Um, there have been so many things. Where do I start? The first thing I do want to say is I was introduced to the patches and this amazing company by one of my oldest and dearest friends, Kimberly Hartkey. We've known each other since our 20s. We've been roommates. We've been in and to each other's weddings. And there is no one that I love more and really trust more. So when she approached me and said, hey, you know how we've always been talking about going into business together, I found the company. Um, I got excited about that prospect, but what she didn't know is that a couple weeks prior, I started up the stairs to bed one night and got the most excruciating stabbing pain in my right knee. I couldn't get up the steps. I had to literally pull myself up the steps using the stair rail. So I really, for the first time in my adult life, felt as though my body was failing me. I was only 63 years old, 2 years ago. And I said, Kimberly, how many patches can I order and how fast can I get them? So I immediately ordered a diamond pack. I wanted to try them all and be my own best customer. And I didn't feel anything right away. So I wasn't one of those one patch wonders. The first week, pain, nothing changed. The second week, same thing. Go up the stairs, same stabbing pain. It really wasn't until the third week where I went, wait a minute, my torn rotator cuff. Wait, I don't feel any pain. I can move my arm. This is fabulous. So I realized that my stem cells had taken a detour and that they knew better than I where I needed to be repaired and restored first. So it did give me hope. I kept pressing on and wearing the patches. And about mid third week, end of the third week, I went up those stairs to go to bed. No pain. I mean, no pain, as if I had never had it and it never came back. So it repaired my knee pretty darn quickly as well. And that gave me the impetus to, well, I want to keep going and I want to try some of these other patches that I ordered. So I added glutathione and carnosine because Dr. Stacy was teaching me, hey, there's this compounding effect. The more you wear these patches, the more you're going to experience. And over the next, it's been 22 months, Leah, that I've been wearing these patches. I have literally a laundry list and I'll kind of just go through them from the top of my head down. I had lost a lot of hearing in my left ear. Sitting next to my husband, couldn't hear him until I turned my both ears towards him, and I'd actually gotten a hearing aid. There was ringing in my ears. I would say about 5 to 6 months in, the ringing diminished. I took that hearing aid off and tossed it in my drawer, and I've never had to wear it since. My eyesight has improved. I wear a carnosine patch behind my ear, but sometimes I wear it right in the middle of my forehead. And I was so blind, my farsightedness was so bad that I struggled to see anything below the big E on the eye chart. I kid you not. So now when I go out in the morning for my walk, I can see the definition of the leaves. I can see the outline of the bricks on the homes that I pass by. I can read the street signs, something that I have never been able to do. Probably the next thing is I had these little lines right on my cheeks from years and years of sunbathing with baby oil. I'm afraid to admit. And I thought, I know that the X39 is supposed to increase your collagen. I'm going to keep wearing it. And I would say probably about a year in, those fine lines just kind of smoothed out. That collagen was pumping. And I not only had those lines disappear, the lines, and ladies, I'm 65, on the top of my upper lip, totally gone. I'm working on the bottom lip next, but that is just totally exciting to me, as vain as I hate to admit that I am. I thought that my sleep was good, but now it's great. My head hits the pillow, I am out. It's a deep sleep. It's a hard sleep. I wake up feeling refreshed. I mean, ready to jump out of bed. And I don't have, well, I do. I never had dreams, or I couldn't remember the last time I dreamt. Vivid dreams, wonderful dreams, which means I'm in that REM sleep, getting that restorative, healthy sleep. I have no cravings. I've added SP6 and energy enhancer. So all my sugar cravings are gone. I also there we go. I wanted to burn those extra $300 to $600 or 600 calories a day. I wanted to burn that fat. I've lost about 20 pounds. I did eliminate sugar and gluten, so that does help. It's kind of I see the patches and nutrition and exercise all kind of coming together beautifully to work in synergy together. I do no longer have that kind of sluggish, I call it, foggy brain, where you might have momentary memory lapses. My brain is now working faster, sharper, quicker, which is totally exciting. Let's see, ladies, I no longer have those little accidents when I sneeze. That's kind of exciting. When I missed my walk in the morning and I'd sit at my computer all day long and for hours on end, I noticed that my feet would get kind of puffy. Well, now I can see every little ankle bone. It's wonderful. And the other thing is I've got my energy back. I was always high energy, but now it's continual. I jump out of bed. I'm ready to start the day. It lasts all the way from 7 in the morning till about 10 at night. And I don't have that drop in energy. But the most momentous improvement was my thyroid. And it didn't happen till this year. I was diagnosed at 40 with hypothyroidism. And that's just when your thyroid is underactive. It's not producing enough thyroid hormone, and your whole metabolism comes to a screeching halt. So I was having my hair kind of fall out when I took a shower. My hands and feet were really cold. I couldn't lose weight, and I actually gained a lot of weight. Even if I was exercising and dieting, nothing seemed to make a difference. Excuse me. The other thing was, when I would lie down at night to watch TV, I would have my heart race, which was scary. I was also really fatigued and exhausted. I'm not really a sad person, so I was a little sad and kind of depressed. I'm thinking, this is not me. And the thing that also concerned me is my cholesterol and my triglycerides just skyrocketed, which are typical signs of hypothyroidism. But I was misdiagnosed. I went to this, and I was living in Austin, Texas, this cute little doctor in the hill country of Austin. And he basically said, honey child, we're going to put you on Prozac for that depression, and all those ribs and that brisket that your husband's smoking in the backyard, I want you to stop eating that so your triglycerides will come down. And I thought, okay, at that point, I was willing to try anything. It wasn't until I moved with my daughter to Cedar Park and got a new doctor who was a female, who the minute I walked in said, I know exactly what's wrong. We got to, do some blood work, get your TSH level, which every woman over the age of 50 should do, because about 5 out of every women over 50 suffer from hypothyroidism. And she said, and also you've got the most common cause of it, which is Hashimoto's disease. And that's when your immune system actually creates antibodies that attack your healthy cells. I didn't like the sound of that. So once I started wearing the patches and I started getting kind of empowered, I thought, I want to figure out why my thyroid went wonky. So I really went on a quest, and I found a wonderful female doctor specialized in hypothyroidism. She took my blood work, much more extensive panel. And she said, wait a minute, didn't you tell me, and this was about in January of this year, didn't you tell me that you had Hashimoto's? And I said, well, yeah. She goes, Nancy, you no longer have the antibodies. You do not have Hashimoto's hypothyroidism. And I'm going to cry. It's not something that's life-threatening, but it impacts you in a pretty serious way. The other most exciting news was Jim and I went and got some general testing, which included blood work. And for the first time in 25 years, my cholesterol and my triglycerides. They're not perfect, but they're in the normal to desirable range.
We see the cholesterol. You have everything highlighted on the left side of the image that are
Mhm.
4 numbers, and then you've got all on the right side the normal ranges. So if this was
Exactly. I
done in
was shocked when I saw this, absolutely shocked, because my triglycerides were ridiculous. My cholesterol was bad, though I still have to work on those, but it's the combination of the HDL and LDL that puts me in that kind of desirable normal range. So
we love seeing these kinds of tests because
they're
this
quantifiable.
is proof, right? They're quantifiable. They're
Mhm.
quantifiable.
And it's
So
the first real test that I've had taken that's giving me that kind of information. So I decided I wanted to get off all my meds. It took me 2 months to get off my Prozac, and now I am cutting my Synthroid in half, and I'm going to go off the Synthroid and then get retested in 2 months. But um, everybody, we've got our hands on such an amazing product. We have to share it with everybody we care about. They're struggling, they're in pain, some of them with horrible knees, and they might look great on the outside, but have things like a wonky thyroid going on. And we just have to share these patches with them.